Why do some people get paid more, promoted faster, and respected everywhere they go? It's not luck. It's not who they know. Here's what it really is. Danny worked at the same warehouse for 3 years. Same job, same pay, same routine. Every Friday after his shift, he'd sit with his coworker Ray at the diner down the street, and every Friday, the conversation was the same. "I work just as hard as everybody else," Danny said, stirring his coffee, "but they keep promoting other people over me. It's not fair." Ray nodded, but didn't say much. On the drive home, Danny stopped at his Uncle Jerome's house to drop off some groceries. Jerome was 60 years old, retired early, and had built 3 small businesses from nothing. Danny always respected him, but never really asked him anything. That night, something made him stop at the door instead of just dropping the bag and leaving. "Uncle Jerome," he said, "can I ask you something?" Jerome waved him inside and sat him down at the kitchen table. "Why do some people always seem to move forward while others stay stuck in the same place?" Danny asked. Jerome didn't answer right away. He got up, walked to the kitchen counter, and picked up 2 knives. He set them both on the table in front of Danny. One knife looked fine, decent, nothing special. The other one gleamed. You could tell, just by looking at it, that it was sharp. "Which one would you use?" Jerome asked. "That one," Danny said, pointing to the sharp one without hesitating. "Why?" "Because it'll actually do the job." Jerome nodded slowly. "Now tell me something. Did that knife get sharp by accident?" Danny paused. "No." "That's right," Jerome said. "Somebody worked on it, consistently, over time, against resistance." Danny looked at the knives, and then back at his uncle. "Most people walk around being the dull knife," Jerome said. "They show up, they put in hours, they do just enough to not get fired. Then they wonder why nobody picks them." "But I work hard," Danny said. Jerome leaned forward. "Working hard and becoming valuable are not the same thing." That hit Danny somewhere deep. "A dull knife works hard too," Jerome continued. "It hacks and struggles and forces its way through. But a sharp knife, it glides. It makes the job easier for everyone around it. That's the knife people reach for, without thinking." "So how do you become the sharp knife?" Danny asked. Jerome sat back. "You sharpen yourself on purpose. Every single day. You learn something your co-workers won't bother learning. You get better at something when nobody's watching. You solve problems instead of just reporting them. You become the person who makes things easier, not harder." Danny thought about his job. He realized he'd spent 3 years just showing up, not growing, not learning anything new, just putting in time and expecting that to be enough. "Discipline," Jerome said quietly, "is the whetstone. It's the thing that sharpens you. Not once, not when you feel like it, every day, especially on the days you don't feel like it." He looked Danny in the eyes. "Nobody promotes a dull knife, son. Nobody pays more for one. Nobody seeks one out. But a sharp knife, people will cross the room just to use it." Danny drove home differently that night. He started small. He spent 30 minutes every evening learning the warehouse management software his company used. Nobody asked him to. Nobody noticed. At first, he started arriving 10 minutes early, not to impress anyone, just to prepare, to think, to show up as the sharp version of himself. When problems came up at work, he stopped going to his manager with just complaints. He came with solutions, sometimes bad ones, but he came with something. He read 1 book a month on logistics and operations. He asked questions after meetings. Instead of walking out, he volunteered for the projects nobody wanted because he knew that was where the real sharpening happened. 6 months in, his co-workers started coming to him with questions. That had never happened before. 8 months after that conversation, in his uncle's kitchen, Danny was called into his manager's office. He got promoted, not because he got lucky, not because he knew the right people, but because when they needed someone they could count on, his name came up without debate. On the drive home, he called his uncle. "It happened," Danny said. Jerome chuckled softly. "I know. I heard." "How'd you know it would work?" A small pause. "Because sharp knives always get picked," Jerome said. Always. Here's the truth. The world doesn't owe you recognition for showing up. Showing up is the minimum. Everyone shows up. What separates the people who move forward from the people who stay stuck isn't talent. It isn't luck. It isn't who they know. It's who they became while nobody was watching. Becoming valuable is a daily decision. It's choosing to learn when you could scroll. It's choosing to improve when staying the same is easier. It's choosing the whetstone over comfort over and over again until one day you realize you've become the knife everyone reaches for. Discipline doesn't just build habits, it builds people, and people who build themselves build everything else. So let me ask you this. Are you the sharp knife or the dull one? Not where you want to be, where you are, right now, today. Pick one skill, just one, something that would make you more valuable at work, at home, in your life. Something you've been putting off because it takes effort. Start sharpening it. Tomorrow morning, 30 minutes. That's all. Do it every day for 30 days and watch how differently people start treating you. If this story made you think, share it with someone who needs to hear it. We all know someone who's been showing up without sharpening up. And if you're serious about becoming sharper, like this video. Comment the one skill you're committing to for the next 30 days. Subscribe for more stories that push you forward. And turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next lesson. Now, get to work.